And we're going to go to the main area. It's the location where over
Once a year, Tucson doesn't just shine, it glows. Welcome to the Tucson Gem Mineral Show 2025, the world's ultimate gathering of sparkle, science, and jaw-dropping stones. This isn't just a show, it's a galaxy of geodays. A museum of magic, a playground for collectors, researchers, crystal lovers, and curious minds.
yeah.
What's the definition of a rare mineral? That seems very subjective.
Yes, rare mineral is subjective, but basically, because they're natural materials that are only found in certain places and conditions, some of the museum cases you'll see are arranged by pressure and temperature, so like very scientifically. But basically, a rare mineral is one that we really haven't found a lot of. And sometimes that means that in the mine they found it, there was one area, one little pocket, and that's all we've ever found. And sometimes it means it's super hard to get, or super, for reason, maybe it's too fragile, or maybe it's in a location that's hard to get to. So the definition of rarity is very subjective, and it changes every year. There are minerals in these display cases that when they were obtained, they were not rare. Especially things from copper, like Bisbee. Like that case over there has a bunch of cool copper minerals that those are very similar to what was found in Bisbee, but in Bisbee they were throwing those into a pool of acid to dissolve them, throwing them into smelter, what was being mined. If it's bigger than your fist, now it's called a cabinet. And then larger than that, the larger the mineral you find, the more expensive it is generally, and rarer it is, because most of these, traditionally the way they're gotten is someone is digging in the mine, or Ashley, or Carter, or me, and you're just a laborer, and your shovel or your explosion opens this area for minerals. You're like, these are cool, but I gotta finish it. I gotta load this, so you pocket some into your vest or into your lunchbox, and you sneak them out usually. So large samples are hard to get. More recently, specialized collectors are working to get larger pieces, but the cases that are in black, the Dan Kennedy collection, they're very large.
Over 4,000 vendors from around the world, each with their own treasures, from rough minerals pulled straight from the earth to rare meteorites that once soared through space. Even science gets its spotlight. Universities, museums, and researchers use this show to showcase the deep connection between geology and the wonders of our planet. Dinosaurs, yup. Space rocks, check. Crystals that look like they belong in a Marvel movie? Absolutely.
The show, it wasn't as big as they had a lot left over. You could have bought that thing for like $50.
$50 back then.
Yeah, I didn't have $50, but you could have if you had $50. They were selling flats of their boxes. They called flats, like full of those specimens for cheap because they didn't want us to take them back. So they're like, yeah, we'll sell you the whole thing for like $20 or $10. And if like, and now look at it, like, man, if only I had money when I was a junior in high school.
Around what date and where did this happen? I can travel back to time.
Changes in color under different lights. They have a program, green, so the fire different color. But that specimen is something but they're trying to sell it. You'll never see it because some collector will probably buy it and then it'll disappear. I mean, it might come back out to this show.
And then there is the main exhibit where stones are valued in the millions, and every case tells a story of time, pressure, and perfection. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just here to see what all the sparkles about, This show is a celebration of Earth's beauty and human curiosity. Tucson doesn't just host a gem show, it hosts the gem show. And trust us, once you hop in here, the world will never look quite the same.